Yo, it's Sparbz, Master Chef, doing a beat breakdown to Sweet Sharlene by Gino J. Started off the beat in Logic, then I moved it to FL. And this is my process, so I use Afrobeats plugin. It's literally called Afrobeats as well, which is wild. And it's by DJ Supermodel. It's got a few sounds that are quite interesting. Also used one of my favourite, my secret weapon, which is Chef's Flu. It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a chord progression creation type of MIDI effects that you could just use, and if you click one note, it plays a whole chord for you. Literally a 4-bar that I made to 8, and obviously you hear this throughout the whole song. And then I've done a variation, which I thought that the track needed, which was I put an arpeggiator on the MIDI effects as well, and it created this. Once I got the variation I wanted, I switched it. I went straight to FL. Then I had some percussions as well, using some of the rims. I even used a rim that had like a little echo to it, which brought the bounce to the track as well. This is my second kick I was talking about, but it kind of comes like a low tom as well, because it's not too pronounced, but you know, it still does the job. It's one of my favourite perks in this thing as well, because it moves left to right. So it does the whole sample here, and does half the sample here, so it's kind of made it. Some hi-hats. People say that drill is almost like Afrobeat, but faster. But literally, it is. This is like a drill type of hi-hat rhythm pattern. If I sped it up, it'll sound like a drill type hi-hat. Had a crash that I used and done the same thing that I've done with that percussion. Literally cut it short so then it does a certain type of stop-start type, almost crash type movement. Then I had this effect that I use. Just different sounds to it. I don't like using the traditional what everyone uses, but yeah, it's like a car crash type sound. I literally used it as a percussion. I had my 808. Literally had the 808 on just every 2-bar. I can't forget, I had my snare and a couple other percussions that I added. A chop snare, which kind of gave it that, I feel like that UK feel, you know, like just something that's a bit more alternative Afrobeat. Got a hi-hat as well that comes through, but you hear it together. For the verses, I know I had to do something because I chopped some drum, like a reggaeton drum. So with using the melodies, I knew I had to create like an intro, so I added this flute. I had another synth that I wanted to add to just break down the intro a bit more. I literally played that in. And you got this vibe. Using that same synth, I just broke down the synth so it's not too busy in the chorus. And transposed. I pitched down the melody, or the actual main melody down, just to give it another feel. And then I broke down that flute that I had on the first intro as well. I broke it down. I had something subtle as well. It's like, this kind of comes like a window, like, you know when your windows is saying like an error or something, it kind of comes like that. And I thought, you know, we'll bring a track. It kind of brought the attention that something is going on in that section. Was just, and I had this melody here, this instrument. Flex is one of my favourite plugins on FL. It's a built-in plugin. I think that's one of the only plugins I use. I tend not to use Contact and all the other VSTs that I have when I'm in FL. So after this, I don't really like to arrange and record on FL, so I went straight to Logic. Sparbz in it. I gave the first verse a little groove, something that's different, and I used the 808s from Subboom to kind of just give it, like, I just literally placed it in random places, but a certain rhythm that kind of, you know, kind of gives you that type of groove that I'm trying to achieve. Yeah.
But it's about it cause intention. Back fast, that's not to mention. So see when you walk, you caught attention. Saying for the girl, it's body out the action. Stop, twist and turn your body. Walk, one chance, let me feel your body. Love, when you bounce, when you see that for me. Back, show you wow. Pressure be applied and I'm feeling water.
This is one of my favourite parts as well, because the beat is actually gone a bit gullier. I've stopped them 808s that I had there, and I just kind of broke it down.
Show you wow. Pressure be applied and I'm feeling water. Go fine, I'll be eyeing on stuff. Keep to be so blind, can you get closer? Don't lie when I say I want some. Let me know. Keep it coming, show it, give me mama. Yeah, I feel like the wine, give it to me, don't stop, no.
Second verse, second hook, I knew I had to make it different, especially because the song started off with a hook. I knew the hook still needs to progress, so I added a bass.
Sweet.
Because whenever the 808 came in, that bass cut out.
Sweet Sharlene, put up on me with your body. We can take it round the world in a plenty. Shawty, bring it closer off that plenty. Twist and turn, give me the light, it's your word. Close to the wine if you wanna find love. I wanna know if you give it one chance to me.
Master shit.
Sweet Sharlene, put up on me with your body. We can take it round the world in a plenty.
That's literally the beat. I outroed it with, I like to make my outro like a blurb. So it's like a variation of everything I've kind of done in the song, vocal wise and drum and melody wise. So that's literally what I've done. ends with MasterChef, and that's Sweet Sharlene.